You also mentioned last time you were in some things that are happening in the parking lot prior to going in there.
Well, like I said, some people, I mean, they, not so much in the parking lot, but before they come up, you know, people, okay, like for an example, one of the guys, when I first started, he's also went straight in, he got caught for something else. He would stay up all week, because he sells drugs and whatnot, and he had a really bad drug problem. So his whole plan, he stay up Monday through Friday, and then when he gets in there, he sleeps all weekend. And the second he gets out, he's got it waiting for him, and his girlfriend picks him up, kind of thing. And so most of these guys are like that. They'll come in and try to get as messed up as possible, so just to sleep it off. So I mean, really.
Is it a friend of yours or someone you know?
Just somebody I know. No, not my friend at all. But no, it's just somebody that's just where they were. And you can see some of them that come in and you can't even wake them up in the morning, the afternoon. They come in, you can tell which ones are on sleeping pills and whatnot. And that's just how and the one guy though, he was like straight out, just parties all week. And he's so tired by Friday, he sleeps all weekend. I mean, how's that really helping? You know, it's all part of the plan just to sleep it off. And that's not helping anybody. It's not reforming anybody. It's not, you know, in anything, it's bringing him back, because that's his whole game plan now. Before, if he wasn't doing weekends, I'm sure he would have had more of a stable, you know. So it's sad to me, it really is. And even I only seen this one guy once, but man, I don't know what he did, but he was like shimmying and shaking when he came in, and I think he might have got put in by the next weekend, because you can almost tell the people, the really bad ones, don't last very long on weekends, because they recommit or something, or they do something, breach, and they get thrown in, or they just show up really late, or it's amazing the shape. The one guy looked like somebody off The Walking Dead, and the one that had a condition that you can't breach him on the drugs, he seriously came through, and he looked like a member of The Walking Dead. I said it to the people in the cell, and then when we got out, I actually made a joke to the guard, and he was laughing. He was like, "That's exactly what we said." And the funny thing is, the guy was so ripped, he actually sat in the parking lot for 2 hours. He was supposed to be in at 6. Well, he was just sitting in the parking lot till 8 o'clock. It's like he just couldn't find his way to the door, and they let him in, and they had to put him in a cell with somebody else. The other guy was so scared, he was like, I didn't know if I was going to wake up, because it was obviously he'd been injecting meth, so he was so far gone. And the guy he put him in with was like, I didn't know whether I should complain. What happens if I wake up and this guy's trying to climb on me, or just freaks out, has some psychosis? Because you don't know. The guy he just wasn't himself. He was just so noodle. And they didn't put him in segregation or anything. They stuck him in a cell with somebody else. And the other guy, I mean, he'd done some time and he's been around, but he's still he was worried. I myself I don't know what I would have done if they had put me in my cell, because I would not have felt safe. You know, I would have probably asked the guard to move me in somewhere else, or to do something. But sometimes it's so overcrowded in there as well that there's not a lot of options. So that's something I was what do you do? The guy is so messed up. You don't know if he even knows up from down or anything like that. It's kind of scary, right? Himself, he's not scary. He's 100 pounds, maybe soaking wet, but it's just the fact you just never know what they're gonna do. So, I mean, that guy is the one that, he was in the papers, trying to rob somebody. Oh, wow, he must have just got his check. Sad. It really is sad to me. Because obviously this would happen when he was a lot younger. Somebody obviously, preyed on his weaknesses, and now he'll be probably a really hard one to get off it, because he has the disabilities and stuff, and that's makes me sad. It really does. That guy, because you can tell when he comes in sometimes, or when he gets out by Sunday, he's a nice enough guy. He's so nice, but he's just lacking that communication skills with people and stuff. And instead of trying to help him, and even just with communication with people, just any of that, they just don't. They just kind of push them on through like sheep, right? And that's just not right to me. It's we're supposed to have this community vibe and helping everybody, and you look at the churches and stuff, help everybody, but what about people that aren't in your direct community? Do you not help them as well? They're still part of the human race, and it just makes me sad, man. It really does.